Hello everyone, welcome back to Beneath the Kotatsu, episode 47. On here, James over there. And for this episode, I guess we're gonna be talking about the finale of the fall season, just doing a final wrap up and everything, right?
Well, not everything's finished. I think Osama Ranking is going to like 23 eps.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought it was just 12, surprisingly. Komi-San, I think, has like one episode, or is it doing like a full 24?
It's doing 12 episodes, so I guess it has one episode left. Osama Ranking makes sense because you can only fit so many episodes in a season, so yeah.
Plus, with the Christmas break, it threw a few of them to the back burner.
Yeah, and then you can't. I know 86 is already finished, but 2 filler episodes? Come on.
Back to. Well, it was filler, regular episode filler. I guess they were pressed for time or something. I mean, it's pretty good. It was great content.
I guess. I guess we'll just go down the list and see what we've finished, what we haven't finished, what we thought was pretty good. First on the list, Demon Slayer. I've pretty much not caught up to it yet, just because.
Well, there's only 7 episodes out. It was a late start.
And there's only there's only 7 episodes, but there's only like a handful of like new episodes, right? So.
Well, this is the current arc is new. I think they're like on episode 6 or something like that.
I see.
I don't remember. It's probably 4 actually.
And then so I haven't caught up with it yet, but once it finishes airing or gets more episodes into it, because honestly, this season has been a drag to watch just because of like all the stuff happening in the middle, like with Christmas and New Year's and everything.
Yeah,
so very limited on time and
ate into it.
Yeah. So, newest anime on the list is Komi-San. You finished the whole thing this week. How are you?
Well, there's the one episode left, isn't there?
Oh yeah, subtracting the one episode.
Pretty good. What was your best Komi-San character? Like, not Komi-San herself, but like, you know, the chef dude that doesn't talk too much, just understands her. The hair cutter lady that just understands her.
Yeah.
The chef dude is hard to beat. To be honest,
the chef dude is pretty good though. I really like that episode with the crazy girl that took Tano like.
Are you talking about the 24 parody?
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Jack Bauer.
Well, wait. Talking about parody, which
I already know what you're thinking. The Silence of the Library. Wasn't that a downtown thing, or was that a different Japanese game show?
It was a Batsu game. Was it Komi-san that had the Batsu game?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is why he was heavily recommending it. I was like, I knew it.
I mean, I recommended to you before I even saw the episode, because that was like the last episode, right? Or no. It wasn't Komi-san that had the Batsu game. It was, which anime was it? It was the romance one. The senpai ga Uzai Kohai.
Are we talking about the one where they're playing Jenga in the library and it falls and they get hit by the fan by the big muscle librarian? That was Komi-san.
No, well, yeah, Komi-san had that too. Isn't it crazy that so many of these animes have the Batsu game references?
Well, it's famous.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I really wanted to do a Batsu game episode for the New Year's.
Yeah.
But the thing is that there's not a lot of people know about like just downtown in general in the on the American side, and the worst part is that because the Batsu game are like several hours long, we like the American side usually doesn't get a full translation till like several months later.
It'd be nice if they decided to pick it up, but
yeah, because I love watching the Batsu game, but like I'd probably have to wait till like 6 months in to even be able to watch the year's Batsu game, just because there's not enough like
translators.
Fan translators, because they don't air it in American TV, but I think they should. It's really funny. But with so Komi-san had one of the Batsu games reference. I guess it was Silent Library, and Senpai ga Uzai actually had a full Batsu game reference.
What did they have?
It was like they were watching it on TV, and then I think it was like maybe it was Matsumoto or whatever, and you can hear the announcer yell "Alto," and I was like, I was super excited for that part.
You got razzled. I actually forgot that show existed. I was like, yeah, I watched everything I wanted. No, I didn't. The last episode I saw was where the guy and the dad are drinking.
Oh, so you're like,
or I guess the grandpa
four episodes behind or something.
About.
Yeah. I really like the anime just because I actually like the secondary couple better than the main couple.
Are we talking about? Yeah, I already know who you're talking about. Spiky haired dude.
Yeah, like it's just I just like they have a better like bouncing off relationship, just a lot better.
Feels more realistic, right?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, the coworker relationship is very good too. I really did enjoy that one. I guess since we're jumping from the coworker train, I did recommend you watching Ganbare Doki-chan. Did you like that anime?
Super spicy. I was like, oh yeah, I can see why
I recommended it so hard.
Got this made.
Like you wouldn't even watch it if I didn't recommend it to you.
Well, I just knocked it out. It was super short. Like that this is the type of show that you marathon because it only takes like an hour at most.
Not even an hour. Like subtracting the opening credits or closing credits, it's like 2 minutes per episode, and you only have 12 episodes. So
who is your favorite out of all three of them, by the way?
Oh damn!
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna have to go with the main character. I will go with main character first, then the manager, then the coworker.
I would say, it was a business partner. The business the third one, the business partner, then the main character, then the other girl.
The coworker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time it was the coworker, I was like, oh my god, she knows what she's doing, throwing a wrench into things. What a pro.
She's pulling the strings. She's pulling the strings.
A professional.
Wait, wasn't she what do you call it?
The one that cosplayed?
Not that one. She was like a college friend or something like that, right? Like they met in college?
No, I don't know about college, but it said it was like a business partner from.
Yeah, they're a business partner, but she knew them. Like I remember when he first visited.
I wasn't paying attention to that too much.
Oh, how do you not pay attention? It's 2 minutes per episode.
Yeah, you can't even look at the subs, dude. You have to do it by context clues.
Oh, context clues. Okay, I got you. Let's see. What other
Mushaku Tensei? Mushaku. Yeah. You're skipping the big boy.
Well, I was going down the list. And
then we started jumping the jacks.
Yeah, well, it went to Senpai because we were just talking about the Batu game.
Yeah.
But I'll continue down the list. Next is we have Mushoku Tensei. It's like I'm glad it got better during the other half, dude. Right?
Because the dragon? That's kind of random, wasn't it?
I still don't get his importance. Like, yeah, he's important, but I still don't.
The cursed children. Remember the dude that was super enamored by Rudius's statues? He's one of those cursed children, apparently.
Oh, like how many are there? Like 7, right? Or
I don't remember.
I forgot how many he mentioned, but I can't. It's a big pick. Like I think it's gonna get better in the next season once they show the next season.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, she wanted to have his kittens.
Oh my god.
That was like, forget the dragon. This is what made the series. It finally happened.
This is it.
Goalie's hands goes up, or the referees, and he whistles.
I love the scene with the what's the mage girl? I forgot her name.
I do too. I don't remember.
God, let me try.
I know what it is, but when you asked me, I was like, what's her name? Yeah, there we go. Roxy. How can we forget? It's so out there.
I love it whenever Roxy walks in to her elf comrade and she's always like having sex and she's like, okay, what?
Big bang. Explosion. Big bang attack. Gallic gun. Gives her everything. And then they had to pay for it, I'm sure.
I mean, they got the money, right?
Yeah.
The next is Talked OP Destiny. Did you watch any more of it at all?
No way. I didn't even watch it.
I heard it was good. I heard it was good, but I just couldn't. I don't know.
You didn't muster the feelings for it.
Yeah.
It didn't capture your imagination.
What about Miracle-chan?
I dropped it after Halloween. It's like, I don't feel like watching anything spooky anymore. I'll revisit it one day because obviously it's a good show.
Revisit next year during Halloween.
Yeah, they'll do an episode on that.
I feel like it's. I know it's gonna be a good anime. I just don't feel the urge to watch it. I don't know why.
12 episodes, a rainy day candidate.
Well, we're gonna say that for the next 5 years. It's a rainy day.
It's a tsunami day candidate. How about when we had to go off the grid using solar panels and it's Starlink.
You know this. It's when you don't have internet. It's the type of
yeah, that's for sure.
Platinum N. What about Platinum N?
Well, I'd say it's technically like I'll count it as finished, but there's like 24 eps. It's just super disappointing. I remember at the start of this, he's like, "Oh, this is my favorite Platinum N. It's so awesome, that opening." Then they got to episode 4. I don't remember which episode it was, but it was the one where it was the girl killer. She kills cute girls, I think, or ugly girls. I was just, okay, this is kind of meh. It's a little bit too edgy for me.
I watched one episode. I didn't like
Power Ranger costume type of thing was like, I don't care about this too much. It's, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's like a 6.5 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10.
I mean, you hit it pretty much on the mark. Like most users rated it at a 65%. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess since we're talking about favorite anime, I remember my favorite starting out was Sahaita no Paladin.
Yeah, did that hold true? That's pretty strong like contender for the top.
It's strong contender, but it slowed down very hard.
Well, yeah, like, world building takes time, buddy.
Yeah, like
it's gonna be a long one too. How many episodes is it gonna be?
No, it's done. It's 12 episodes. It's done. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, obviously we're gonna get a season 2, right? I don't see why not. I
feel like. You know what? I'm just gonna say Isekai Shokudo is gonna be my favorite for this season, just because it, like,
yeah, of course. I didn't even.
Well, the thing is that no other anime really stood out that much to me.
Right.
Like, do you remember when we were arguing last season, or was it last season? Like, which anime was the best, and we we're going back and forth super hard.
Right.
Between Odd Taxi and then what was the other one?
That was like 2 seasons ago, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, like 2 seasons ago. Like it was a contest between Odd Taxi and the rock one.
I mean, it's testament that we remembered Odd Taxi.
Well, Odd Taxi is an American
name. I mean, don't forget the walrus, dude.
Well, I remember the other one. I just don't remember the name of it. This is the problem.
What was it about?
It's the rock one, the one where he like starts out as a rock and then
he makes movies in Hollywood and does wrestling.
What was it? Yeah,
Fast and the Furious.
He changes to a bear.
Oh, how the hell to your eternity or something like that?
Like Odd Taxi is just way easier to remember.
It is.
But we were arguing back and forth. Yeah, that one. We were arguing really hard back and forth between which one was like the better anime this season. Like for this season though, I was like, like some are good, some are not good. Like some I'll remember, as being good animes, but nothing really like crazy stood out to me.
For me, it was between Osama Ranking and Saheta no Paladin, I think. Oh, but then Sakugan.
Really,
I enjoyed Sakugan a lot. Actually,
2 episodes.
It's between Osama Ranking and Saheta no Paladin for me.
That's honestly, for me, I'll say between Isekai Shokudo and Senpai ka Uzai Kohai. I like that anime. That was a good like chill anime I like to watch. Saheta no Paladin, it was good, but it just didn't. It's building up. It's building up. It's nothing stood out to me. Like they didn't do anything crazy.
I think I know why it detracted for you or went down a little bit. Didn't it feel a little bit forced when the whole thing about I'm a monster, like I'm just gonna go kill the thing myself, and he broke the elf's hand?
Like felt edgy, right? Like
that felt out of nowhere, like for no reason.
Cringe. Yeah,
they didn't do it good enough, I suppose. I mean, obviously, a dude that's only lived with, I guess you would call them monsters, right, or zombie spirits.
Yeah,
he would be like lacking for social skills, I suppose.
I liked it when like they were talking about like that one elf that was helped out by the mage, and then he was gonna go visit her, but that's gonna be another season, so we won't know until.
Yeah, and they didn't even mention anything about the sword that the main character used, like the penetrator dude. Like he noted, he looked at it.
Yeah,
he was like, hold the phone, but then they didn't go further into it. I guess next season.
Dude, like the whole time I was watching Paladin with the Penetrator, dude, I was like, man, Stark has really broadened out his horizon right here.
You're saying he's a Tony Stark lookalike?
No, not Tony Stark, the one from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I was thinking he kind of looked like the Winter Soldier for some reason. It's the hair. It's the disheveled hair.
What was his name? Ned, not Ned Stark.
Ned Flanders.
The bastard. I forgot his name. It's been a while since we stopped watching Game of Thrones. So.
All I remember is water bottle in the one scene and Starbucks coffee.
That's all. That's your takeaway from Game of Thrones. Yeah. Starbucks coffee.
And Bran Stark rides a mean wheelchair.
Okay, next anime. Osama ranking.
Oh, buddy, I love it. It definitely pops out more than anything, just on the animation style alone. And
yeah,
based on
does.
the main character's disabilities too.
It feels like, I know you haven't watched Monster, but for anyone who's watched Monster, it feels like that.
I watched like 30 episodes of Monster a decade ago, so I don't remember it.
Like, there's a lot of twists. There's a lot of stuff that happens. I don't want to spoil it because, they were only halfway through.
M. Night Shyamalan special.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on, and what I thought the anime was about wasn't really what the anime was about.
What did you think it was going to be about?
So going off the name, I was like, Osama ranking, king ranking. So they're gonna have a king match between other kings. Yeah. So I'm like, but that never really happened, right? Like,
well, it's not finished.
It's not finished, but I was expecting like a tournament arc type anime. That's what I was expecting.
I would have hated that. I'm not too big into tournament arcs unless I can marathon it.
How hype were you when he was like fighting his brother and he was like beating his brother? I was so hyped for that.
Dude, fight. I was cheering just as everybody in the show was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I would have loved to see that. Like, I don't know. You're talking about like just a kid. Like, okay, I don't want to like. I was gonna spoil the part where like
no.
His background is like, nah, I'll just leave it. Like,
well, the one hype image that we saw in the show was when the shadow dude peeked into the room. And
the Rock?
And you just see the kid standing like Akuma. Like, when Akuma like blacks out the screen, he does a little teleportation slide into the screen, and then you just see the big ass key symbol. And like, you see the Rock broken in half. Like, what the fuck?
He ain't gonna make no more movies, I'll tell you that. No more movies for The Rock.
I was like, I don't...
all right. Next anime. Shindo Nakama. It's the one where he opens up a pharmacy or whatever in another world.
Yeah.
You finish it?
Yeah, of course I did. It could have been better. It was a little bit
no sense.
I remember you telling me like before we started, like, dude, I feel like they deleted an episode of Komi-San. I feel like I missed something. And then I was thinking in my head, I skipped an episode of this show. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it was a whole episode where they find the dude who gave the scimitar to the kid and beat him up or whatever. I was like, oh my god, such a huge piece of plot that I missed. And the devil's, what was it? The devil's blessing. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was explained in the episode that I skipped on accident. I was like, I'm so confused.
Even if you didn't skip it, like, they're going all over the place with the plot. Like, I like the anime as a whole, right? Like, it's cool. But it just didn't make, do you remember, like, Mega Man 64?
Yeah.
That, I kind of felt like I was, like, going back to Mega Man 64. Like, you start out, like, oh, you're doing some small jobs, kill some monsters, fight a boss here or there. And then at the end, you find, like, a whole nother, like, evil country, like under the town or something.
I kind of dislike that because like I'm taking a break for fighting the Demon Lord. Turns out the Demon Lord was here all along. It wasn't, but it could justifiably be.
Like it went from like being like a nice hearty isekai anime to being like Sword Art Online almost. Like
a little bit. The guy cringe. Was like, I don't know, man. His sword was like garbage. I don't understand why he just... The whole thing about the character not being good enough to be in the party of the hero is kind of stupid to me. And he let the mage get to him. I guess he really was looking for an excuse to leave the party. Suppose he wasn't happy.
I don't think so. You think
Maybe.
so?
How, what? Like, it's if the hero's your little sister, you know.
Like, I guess I like the heartwarming ending though. It was good. It was a good ending though. I like the
Heartwarming.
yeah.
The booba touches. The shirt
Bed warming.
takeoffs. Bed
The
warming.
bed warming.
The housewarming. I feel you.
Yeah, but like overall, like, would you actually recommend this anime?
I give it 7.5 Mr. Crawley Wallies out of 10.
I'll just say I wouldn't recommend this anime.
It's okay. It's just the Devil's Blessing thing was a little bit stupid. I understand
it went off the rails. It went off the rails a little too hard.
I think the mage character was kind of stupid. The demon guy, what was it with the white haired guy that worked in the
one with the eyeglasses,
it feels
the
like
monocle?
Yeah. No. The guy that gets his, I was about to say arm chopped off, but isn't that two different characters? I'm talking about the smaller guy that got his hand chopped off.
Wait, wasn't there another character that got his hand chopped off? Oh,
the big karate guy?
No, I was talking about
the clone.
No, wait, I was thinking about a different anime, but that's a spoiler, so I won't talk about it.
No. But like it feels like we only saw half of a show because they just kind of sped run the hero's side of the story.
Wait, hold up. If we're talking about speed running, story.
Yes.
Let's talk about 86.
Okay.
Oh my god, they sped run that so fast. Because there's like a huge, like, wasn't there like a month or 2 month gap in between each episode or something like that?
Probably. Yeah. I don't remember exactly if there's a time skip, but it did kind of just go straight to it.
Like at the beginning of each episode, they show you like a date, and then the next episode they give you a different date. I'm like, do we just skip like a month or something? Like what is going on?
Right.
And the plot, I didn't like the plot of the second season of 86.
This one was more for the action, less for the plot. That's how I felt about it.
I wanted to see. Well, I like the action, but I really wanted to see more with the white hair girl, because they showed like one episode of her.
Yeah, they teased it and then they never came back to it. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Are they underground? Are they gonna run into them? I thought surely at the last battle they were like going to.
I was like super excited. I wanted to see their whole nation get destroyed.
I mean, it did. Yeah. It looks like it.
I know it did.
Some people.
But I wanted to see more than just 5 minutes of it. You know what I mean? Like I wanted people to be like, "Oh, you're right. Now, help us." Like
hope has descended.
Yeah, like they gave us what we wanted to see, but not what we should see. Like I wanted to see more story plot.
I got some hype vibes like the same way we would for Attack on Titan. Just because it has that amazing music and gorgeous animation.
The action. And
but I did want to see more of that. I'm sure there's going to be a reunion between White-Haired Girl and The Undertaker.
I just didn't like it just because they try to like pull like a lot of like the heartstring type flags, like, oh, look at this one character, I'm poor, I'm weak, I'm gonna join the army, so
he got killed.
So no, like you immediately knew he was gonna die. Like they threw so many red flags at you. It's like
he was one way away from retirement. I knew it.
Here's so many red flags. Here's a red flag everywhere. You want a red flag? Like I did like the end too, where they're like, oh, my robot's broken, you go ahead of me. I hate that. I hate that trope so much.
Baton pass. I mean, a few of them died, right? I would imagine most of them did. I know the spiky-haired dude died.
No. They baited you. They baited you with that in the last season, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they did the same thing they did in the last season, where it's like, okay, this is our last fight. Yeah, this is our last fight. We're going to do our last stand here. And then randomly they're alive in another country or something like that. And like they didn't even make that clear that they were heading to another country in the first season. Like they're just heading off randomly.
I thought they were just gonna die off screen.
I like they didn't make clear. Whoever's directing this needs to make it more clear to understand like the story progress.
Yeah,
because they're skipping a lot of stuff that I like the action, but I just didn't understand the plot.
Yeah, I mean, It was kind of straightforward to me, to be honest with you.
What do you mean, like, was straightforward? Like, just knowing stuff happens, or?
Well, obviously, between the season, you don't know where they're going. I didn't even know the whole new civilization that they go to was gonna be a thing. There's some questions I have, like, did the guy that adopted them create the, whatever those robot soldiers are called? Because it feels like he did. I don't know, it just kind of like felt nothing felt super important. It's just them living in another city, being pitied by other people, and like, oh, I want to go back to war.
What I don't get is why everyone's so mad at them.
I don't know, man.
Being so good at helping them?
Well, okay, how about this? Imagine if a child soldier from Africa came to the United States and then, people just pitied him the whole time, and then he goes back to Africa to be a soldier again.
Nah, that's not.
That's all he knows, right? That's all he knows, and he doesn't know how to live a regular life. Hypothetically speaking.
No. I think that's the wrong reference. Like, what if, like, your reference is like,
yeah, it's probably too far.
What if your reference is like,
they have no robots?
He came over to America, and then he joined the American Army, and he was really good, and he got higher rankings because he was so good at his job, and people got mad because he's so good at doing his job. That's I'm like, why are you mad? That,
or just
it's
the
one
act of
person
joining the army probably would be where people would get angry. Like, why would you left war as a child?
No, but the thing is that, like, he's saving people, right? But he's one person. He can't save everyone. So, like, they're mad that, like, oh, why didn't you save him over this other person? I'm like, dude, it's like, why are you mad? Why don't you try to save the other person? He's one guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Or maybe he doesn't want anyone else to go through it. And I'm speaking for this as a whole of the group of the, whatever those spider riders are called.
Yeah.
Some German name that I can't remember for the life
Schwarzenberg
of
me or whatever.
Or is that this? Are you trying to reference SpongeBob?
No, like, I think that's the actual name of the thing. The Schwarzen, and then it had a little weird B on it. The Schwarzen B.
Dude, I can't read that.
The plane was pretty cool. I have to say.
The episode with the plane and the music, that was the highlight of the season for sure. For 86. For 86.
The for 86?
Yeah, because I felt the patriotism rise up, and I heard that, the trumpets of whatever type of national anthem that was. It's like, I'm not even from here, but I feel it.
They skipped over, like, the politics between, like, the 4 nations or whatever, 3 or 4 nations that
it's kind of just background info. But yeah, that's what I hated. They didn't really delve deep into it.
Yeah, they're just like, action, go. We need to finish this arc in 12 episodes. Like, that should have been a 20. That should have been at least 24 episodes by itself. That one arc.
24 for sure.
Yeah, because they're just throwing stuff at you, and I think that's the reason why Yukihiro Soma was so bad. Like, first 2 seasons, really good. And then remember, like, 3rd or 4th season, they started, like, doing huge skips in timeline. Or just like, I just can't watch this anymore.
Which one was
garbage.
that about?
Yukihiro Soma, the cooking one.
Yes. I dropped that one.
Like it was really good. Because they were skipping the like, I didn't understand a single thing that was happening.
Too many time skips, right? Too many time skips.
It wasn't the time skip. It was the pacing of the anime. It was like,
well, yeah, that ruins it.
It went from like a battle, like a food battle, to like crowning a victor in like 5 minutes, and then you get like the other 20 minutes of random stuff that's happening all over the place.
Oh yeah, didn't they take over the school or something like that?
Yeah, it happened so fast. I have no idea what was going on in like the later seasons of that anime. But that's how I sort of felt. Like the pacing wasn't as crazy as Soma.
Yeah,
but 86 was they were going hard on it. I'll tell you that, like, so hard. Yeah. What other
the sniper anime? The sniper isekai.
The sniper isekai. Which one was that?
The one with Lug, the white-haired kid. He's an assassin.
Did we talk about that already?
No, we skipped it.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh.
If we talk, you know what it is? It's because there's too many isekais, and it all kind of just blends together.
It's smudged together.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God, we talked about it. But
It's like when you color with a wet marker and it bleeds with other colors. Well, I guess watercoloring is what it would be called.
Okay. Well, did you like the anime overall though?
Yeah, it's like a 5.9 out of 10. It's filler. It's a cookie.
It's harem bait. It's harem bait. That's all I gotta tell you.
Probably the peak of storytelling, I suppose, in the show is with the girls that are selling tours around the city and then they get abducted.
That's what I remember. I told you that was probably my favorite episode. Like,
I thought it was gonna get crazier, but yeah,
it's harem bait.
At least at the end of the show, we did have a crazy battle with the sniper rifle and the lance dude.
Nah, that was more.
I don't think he's dead though. He's probably still in that hole.
Honestly, that fight was garbage. It was like,
you know what it is? I was blinded by the flashy lance. Oh my god, it's 3D. Like, if you dangle keys in front of me, I'll get distracted.
That lance was the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
It was like a rocket. Guys, I was like, okay.
It was a rocket that shot out guns or bullets or something, right? Like,
I don't even know. It was some flashy looking garbage.
When he threw it, it shot out all those like bullets hitting all the like raining from the lancer. And I'm like, okay, this thing is stupid. And then it returned, like it had a mechanism to return back to the throat. I'm like, what is this bullshit, right?
No, I mean the orbital tungsten rod was pretty cool. You gotta admit that.
Okay, that was cool, but I'm like, what?
Are they gonna? Yeah. Do you think they're ever gonna return to the previous heroes that were summoned that they kept on checking in on, or no?
Some of them died, right? I think some of them died.
Yeah, so and most of them are useless.
Yeah, most of them are useless. Like that orbital cannon thing. You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Do you remember in Bleach? I think it was Soifan. Do you remember her ability?
Wasn't Soifan one of the ninja ones with the bee stinger on her hand?
Yeah. So basically, like in her, I forgot what it was called. Like, in her like, super state for a sword or whatever it's called.
Bankai?
If she touches, no, that wasn't her Bankai. So the bee stinger was her like, when Ichigo's sword turns to like the bigger sword.
Yes.
That's his like super form, whatever. Of his sword.
Shikai.
The Shikai. Her Shikai is basically if she touches you twice in the same place, you die, right? Because it makes that butterfly. Her Bankai is a giant missile launcher.
I suppose I'd have to rewatch it to know exactly how to.
I think they showed it in like the final, like near the end arc, where she's like, "Yeah, I don't use my Bankai very often because it's a disgrace to the assassin clan or something," and it was just a huge missile launcher.
Oh, okay, it's coming back to me now. Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, the assassin,
just do it.
The assassin anime reminded me of that. He's like, I'm an assassin. This is one of my assassin moves. I shoot orbital rocket cannons. I was like, sure, whatever. Makes sense.
Dude, he should have made a cell phone. Do that Dr. Stone. Come on, man. He has the know-how, probably.
Next is Ski no Laika no Nosferatu.
I never went back to it. No, dude. I was like, drama romance. The vampire girl's cute, but Komi-San and the other show.
It's just too much, right? It's too many animes.
It's too many anime, dude. Like, too many high school anime for me. I was like, those dreams that people have where they're back in high school and they're gonna fail a test or gonna fail a grade. I ended up getting that. I had a dream where I was in like a isekai school, I guess. It was like for alchemy and potion making. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be late to my class. There's like 20 minutes left to the test, and some dude bumps into me with all the like a cheat sheet. He hands it off to me, all nonchalant. I was like, thank you so much. I didn't like say anything, but I looked at him. He's like, don't say anything. And I just cheated and beat the test. And I did some shopping at like a garage sale in my dream, but this is too much school anime. I've never had a dream like that in my life where I'm late for class or anything like that.
What anime was it that they combined like a bunch of isekais together? Do you remember that?
Sword Art Online?
No. It was like they just took like a bunch of the main characters from a bunch of isekai animes and put them into like a into a classroom type setting.
Oh, did you mean those little? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that was like the little chibi style, right?
Yeah.
That was the one with Overlord, the one with
Konosuba.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Subaru.
Yeah, there's a bunch. So yeah, like
Shuba.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm gonna watch that anime one of these days, and I'm gonna tell you, man, we missed out. It was such a good anime. That's how I feel about it. Just because I like the first episode, but I don't know why I never went back to it. It's just too much anime.
It's a victim of too many things to watch. It fell through the cracks.
Yeah, that's the problem with like having
Golden
so many choices.
Happen with that. Too much to watch, and you just forget to watch it or don't have time. You deprioritize it.
I feel like I'm the max amount of anime I can usually watch within a season is like 6,
7, 6, 8 for me at most. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna forget about a lot of these. Like I forgot about Kyuketsu Sugushinu, the vampire skit one, the comedy gag one.
I never even I watched the first episode.
Like I still remember that episode where the kid's playing Nintendo in the vampire's house without him knowing. Like I noticed the saves. Like it's funny show, but I just had to deprio it.
Yeah, there's just better stuff to watch, right? Like
most definitely.
Shina no mi shiranai uchi ni Kachigumi Jinsei. You finished it. I know you finished this.
Oh yeah, I did. It's garbage, but I love it. It was like my Monday filler after a long day of work.
I told you I dropped this on the first episode.
Relaxation. Probably my favorite episode is the one where he buys a donkey for a race. And he's like, donkey! Turns big and green with antennas. Talking about swamps.
Honestly, at this point with this anime, I'm like, I can believe it.
She turned into a girl. The donkey turned into a girl with the fruit.
Oh, of course she turns into a girl.
They're like, I want to win the tuna for a race. It's like 3rd or 5th place. And then with the fruit of evolution, the donkey becomes OP and beats up a bunch of high-level monsters with their hooves. And then transforms into a naked lady. And that's it. He ends up with a harem and gets married.
This is stupid.
That's the exact type of show it is.
What about Sakugan? Did you finish Sakugan?
Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna have more. It's not finished all the way. It had an amazing, obviously the mech design not the best, but Big Tony did the Giga Drill Breaker. I was like, oh my fucking god, they did it! The homage. We've been waiting for it. Kamina and Saiven back to life.
You could technically say the homage was from Promare, and then this is just bringing it back as a show, right?
I suppose. So basically for this one is they're going around, doing digs and stuff like that. Yeah. There's a plot that's revealed at the end where it turns out that the girl, the blonde-haired girl, I don't remember her name, is one of these rainbow children. These rainbow children are special. They're basically charged with saving the world or something like that, with preserving it. And there's a terrorist organization that's against that. Oh, they shouldn't exist. For no good reason. And it's ridiculous. Gagambai, I remember his name because they're saying it all the time. It's a very charming show, dude. I'd give this an 8 out of 10 for me.
That's pretty high.
Yeah,
that's actually really high.
There's a lot of filler and stuff like that, but it's just a very charming show. But by the way, Masaki Endo singing that intro, fuck yeah, buddy. Jam Project, I think.
I love Jam Project. It's been a while since I heard Jam Project.
Peanut Butter Project too.
Do an opening, so yeah. Okay, I know neither of us watched Taishai Otome. You said you dropped the comedy vampire anime, right?
Yes, I did. I dropped all the vampire ones. I kept absolutely none of them.
Hey, technically, wasn't one of the characters a vampire in Paladin? Or no, never mind.
No.
No. None of them were vampire.
Good. I had to destroy that quota for this season. I didn't want to watch any more vampire. I'm vampired out.
I mean, isn't that one vampire anime getting a second season? Next season?
Which one?
Carnitas Vata something.
I'm not gonna watch it, dude. I'm done with it.
You're like,
it's like cool looking, but I just it's not my wheelhouse.
Oh, how we have fallen.
Look, it's when you have slim pickings, you had to do some disgraceful things.
I don't know. You're throwing praises pretty hard when you're watching it.
When there's like not much good, everything looks. When you only see dull rocks on the ground, you're gonna see a plastic fork on the floor and be amazed.
So you're calling it a plastic fork?
Sure.
Isekai Shokudo season 2.
I only got 8 episodes in. I was like, every time it's just I can't watch it. Every time I watch it, I eat. I gained enough weight for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh my god,
it's too good, dude. The last episode I saw was the kid with a mech, and he tries the shaved ice cream.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck you talking? A kid with a mech? But I was like, oh, the golem.
The golem. By the way, now that he mentions shaved ice, in Komi-San, they had that reference to Kantaro the Sweet Tooth Salaryman, kinda. I feel like it was. God. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was the dude at the maid cafe.
I wouldn't say it's like a
1-to-1, but it had the vibes, right?
Yeah, it had that vibe. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was just not a successful salaryman. He's just, a regular dude.
Okay, so there's one part in the Isekai Shokudo. I think it's in the last couple episodes. It's not a major spoiler, but I was like, that's kind of a dick move. So the the girl that likes the sweets, right? The princess?
Yes.
So her father got a gift from the Sand Prince.
Gara.
And he's like, I'm gonna go visit his country to thank him for this gift and and to see what his country can offer. And the girl was like, oh, I'll wait for your return. I'm like, so you're gonna let your dad go across a country and then go through a sea when you can just invite him to meet him at the Shokudo.
He's in there too? Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Sand Prince guy. Yeah.
Wow, that's a dick move. Wow. She doesn't want to share the sweets. Can you imagine? The country,
that's what I'm saying.
They end up charging a fee to use the door.
Actually, they near the end of the episode, like major spoilers. The grandpa, the guy's grandpa that used to own the Shokudo.
Comes back.
No, he's dead already. Okay. But he has a wife.
Oh.
And the wife drops by and she's like, I have the actual key to the Shokudo. And he's like, don't I have the master key? He's like, you do have the master key, but this is the key that can close the door to this side of the Isekai world forever.
Why would she do that? She wanted to own the business?
No. It's just like, it's a choice. Like, if you don't want to do this anymore, if you're tired, you can close it forever. And I just love the facial expression on the maid girl. She's like, oh my god, are you gonna do it? And then end of spoilers, I won't tell you anymore because you gotta watch it to see what happens.
I'm definitely gonna finish watching. It's just I gotta pick up my exercise routine.
And what's crazy? That's not even the biggest spoiler for the show.
Oh, buddy.
There's one bigger. It's great. I love the anime.
Was the spoiler? Let me guess. He bought his food at a different restaurant and had somebody bring it to him instead of cooking it himself. I knew it. He's a fraud.
They technically already did that with the cookies.
Do. Yeah.
He pre-purchased cookies or whatever.
I mean,
that makes sense.
I was just because in my town there was, I don't know if it was my town, but in the United States, I saw an article about a place that was straight up just buying bags and bags of Popeye's chicken every day and using it to make. They just put the breast in the bread and say, "Oh, look at our sandwich, it's so good."
Oh, I remember that.
They got shit on so hard.
I remember that. I remember reading that article too. It's been a while. I can't believe you remembered that.
Yeah, you said no. It's just restaurants always make me think about it. I've been on a chicken sandwich tear.
Weren't they charging ridiculous prices for it too?
Yeah, they got to make up their money on those fraudulent sandwiches.
I think they're charging $10 a sandwich, and the chicken's like $1 each or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, by now that's what McDonald's and stuff like that charge for a number one or something like that. $8, $10.
Wait, do they really?
Yeah.
No, but that's a combo, right?
Expensive.
But that's a combo, right?
Yeah, medium. Inflation, my dude, it's here to stay.
Oh,
Anime figure prices, dude, those Nendoroid prices are going up.
Is it?
I saw some for like $90, and they're kind of basic-ish, like the Miko Nendoroid. Cost that much. I wonder if it's gonna have a lot of accessories.
Like, you can tell if a price goes up, Nendoroid price, by looking at the Vocaloid ones, because there's so many of those.
Those are the most basic ones, yeah.
Yeah, if those start going up, then you know inflation's hitting. With the,
Jordans
within that realm
went up like to 180 now. All shoes are going up in price too.
I'm not really big in the sneaker world. Like, what are their usual price?
They just adjust pretty decently to inflation. They used to cost $60 in like the 80s, and then they were like 170. Now they're 180.
Jesus, that's really high.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go down more of the list here. See if we watched anything else. Visual Prison. Nope.
How could you skip over your favorite, dude?
I didn't even see one episode of it.
No, come on, Poor Rare Pride Orange. You told me it was 10 out of 10. So good.
Is this a vampire anime?
Yes, it is. They all have vampires inside of their hockey gloves. And in the sticks,
are you talking about
wood from Transylvania?
No, you're talking about the wrong anime. I think you're talking about Pride of Orange, right?
Yes.
Wait, how many episodes did you actually watch of Pride of Orange?
The one.
Just the one. Selection Project. Didn't watch. Oh, I think I watched one episode of it. I liked it, but I was like, okay, it ends here. Did you see Deep Insanity? The Lost Child?
Nah, dude. Of course not.
I have no idea what it's about.
Did you watch Kyokai Senki? I finished it.
Which one was that about?
The robot. The ugly robot. The one from Bandai. It's a mech show. It was like the one mech show that was worth watching.
Nope, didn't even watch one episode of it.
Okay. They had pretty good action as far as mech goes. Again, the design of the mech is kind of garbage. Character building, not the best in the world. There was one episode where they go into the backstory for the black-haired kid. The one that wears like the dark brooding type kid. He looks like he wears a leather jacket. And his
edgy kid
Oni-chan,
every single Saturday.
Yeah, was like the mayor of a town, and then it turns out he was selling out state secrets to the enemy.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the best episode. Other than that, it was just like, your cookie cutter Gundam Orphans, Gundam 00. Not that those shows are cookie cutters. Watch those shows instead of this one, because this one it doesn't do it as much as it could.
Let me talk about Aquatope, because I actually ended up finishing the anime.
Oh,
yeah.
Garbage?
Yeah.
The Trashmen are coming. Dude, we need a Trashman anime.
You know what? I would watch that.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
Maybe like I died and became a trash man in another world.
He's like cleaning farm stables, and then he, gets a promotion. He works on orc stables. He like has a hamper full of orc thongs.
So for Aquatope,
like how you said it with an accent there. You said in the Japanese.
You kind of have to.
It's Aquatope, brother.
Aquatope.
Aquatope con hilo.
It really changes from the first season to the second season. Like, even it changes in the middle of the season of the second season.
What does it turn into?
The place. So at first it was like trying to save like a dying aquarium. I was like, okay, sure. And then it ended up with, the aquarium shutting down, and then them moving to a different aquarium where they're working at and stuff like that, like a bigger, more industrialized aquarium. And then in the middle of that, there's like, oh, now we're gonna go straight into conservationism or something like that. Like, we're gonna preach conservationism. It's cool, but at no point in time where I was like, so the main character being an idol, when does that show up? When is that?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I thought that was gonna be a bigger part of the show.
Like, there's a small part where she's like, "Oh, look, I'm
come back to the agency."
I work. I used to, I used to work with you, and that was it. Like just a minor thing. I'm like, where's the major plot in this? I don't see it. It's not going anywhere. Like, it's a good anime, but I wouldn't really. I wouldn't recommend it to people. It's good, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, speaking of stuff that I finished, well, not that I finished. There was like a Christmas episode for, it's not Fate Zero. It's the one with Lord El Meloy II. It was just
no idea what you're talking about.
Lord El Meloy Case Files or something like that. It's one of those Fate show spin-offs.
Okay.
And it was nice. It was nice Christmassy. I don't know if it was like a old episode or a new one, but it felt new. It was like an hour long. It was pretty awesome.
Let me see. What other animes? I think that's pretty much all the animes we really watched
JoJo's
this
Bizarre
season, right?
Adventure Part 8 was fun. Felt like Orange is the New Black the anime. Literally.
Let me see what.
Megaton never went back to it. I just can't get into the art. Shizakura couldn't care less. Yuki Yuna, don't at me, bro. I don't want to watch it. Tesla Note, more like
Tesla no.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say boring no.
Overall, what would you give this whole season, like rating wise?
That's kind of hard to say because the ones I like kind of carry the amount of shows that I didn't like.
But they couldn't carry it at all. I'll
7,
tell you that.
6 out of 10.
I'm a close to 6.5 myself. I was leaning towards
overall.
6.5 overall. Just
there's like some solid shows. Obviously, there's a lot of
like
stuff that...
like if you just watch this for Komi-San, man, this is like a great season for just good anime. Like
well, there's a lot of stuff for everybody. How about that?
Slice of life wise, I give this like a 9 out of 10. It's good slice of life season. Like several good slice of life, like Komi-San, Senpai, what other ones? Isekai Shokudo. Even if you count in Ganbare Doki-chan, those all of them were good. Like really, really good.
Yeah.
Isekai wise,
a lot of isekai, so much.
Like 7 for an isekai.
But
7.
Be fair, is 5 of those points just from Isekai Shokudo?
I don't even count Isekai Shokudo as an isekai anime. Honestly, it's just
food anime for sure.
It
has isekai in the title though. Isn't that a little bit biased?
I lean it towards more like slice of life than isekai. Like it has isekai, like it of course has isekai elements, but I'm like, yeah, but there's no point in time does isekai really matter. It's more of a food slice of life show than anything, But overall, isekai, so. Romance, same thing with the slice of life. A lot of romance slice of life anime this season.
Mech was good. 4 out of 10. I was so excited. I'm happy to see Mech, but I only kept 1 out of all of them.
Was there?
They were not compelling. The Battery Girl Mech one, yeah, I dropped it.
Next season's gotta be hot though. I can't wait for next season.
Oh yeah,
there's
for sure.
There's like,
I don't want to say I'm gonna watch more than 10.
You always overestimate what you're watching, and then I feel like I always either underestimate or pretty much hit the spot of what I'm planning to watch.
It's like when you go to a buffet and then like you feel the food coming up your throat, but you still keep on putting more in.
You shove it down,
and you got like a little stick to push it down. Like, no, I'm gonna lose my value. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Mid
load up. Gotta load up the plane more to shoot out these
get my money's
spider riders to fight
gotta
other
load
spider
my money's
riders.
Let's see. Yeah, next season's gotta be great. They're already it's already gonna get the second season.
It's already coming out now, right?
Is it? Not yet. Couple days. In a couple days.
Couple days this week, right?
In 2 days they're airing Takagi-san, so I can't wait for that.
Dude, Titan coming soon.
I need to reset a lot of my anime watch list, so just to see the list is not as big as the previous season, but maybe they haven't announced everything. But
little tiny.
Oh, but what they have on offer looks really good.
Very tasty.
I'll just say this now. I'm definitely gonna watch Slow Loop. I don't know if you're gonna watch it, but I definitely gonna watch it. I hope I don't call it crap though. I just like the name.
I'll watch one episode of each one probably.
I already know we're both gonna finish Linde no Daichi Night just because of how stupid that cover is. You know you're gonna watch it. It's such a stupid looking.
Now that you said it, I have to.
It has like a what's it called? Damn it! What's the Japanese dinosaur called? Godzilla. It's like a Godzilla.
I was about to say Tyrannosaurus Rex in a horrible accent. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. A dinosaur, Barney, Kiryu Koko.
We already know we're gonna watch Genjitsu no Shuji.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if I'm gonna like that more. I know.
I know I'm gonna stay with that one. It's all the boxes for garbage that I love.
Which one?
Ari Fureta.
The assassin anime?
Yeah, I guess it's an assassin anime. Remember he's the guy that gets left from he gets Kevin McAllister from his school, field trip into the dungeon, and he has to eat a bunch of rocks to stay alive. And I seriously
thought this was like a second season of the assassin anime. Is this not the assassin anime?
It's copy paste, brother. That's all it is.
I swear to God, when I saw it,
it's copy paste. You know what it is? It's like if you put the assassin anime and if you put the Fruit of Evolution anime in a bowl and mix it, that's what you get. Even though this one probably came before those two.
Was this even was this good?
It was enjoyable. He flaunted power. Nice. No, you didn't watch it. That dude ended up like a cringe Dante from Devil May Cry.
I swear to God, like when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get the second season of the Assassin anime." I'm like, I swear to God, it looked just like it.
Already. That was fast.
I know. I was like, "Damn."
Tribe 9, the cover, you look like you got an old Spike Spiegel at a glance, mixed with Tokyo Ghoul on the cover.
Like you can't tell me it doesn't look almost the same. It's like,
yeah,
he's got the white hair. He's got the gun. What do you want? I know we're already gonna watch Attack on Titan. I just can't tell if I'm gonna like Attack on Titan more or am I gonna like Genjitsu Shuji.
Attack on Titan, God, dude, it's the most anticipated. I want to hear what opening they have more than anything. That's what I'm excited for. I still listen to the My War or whatever it's called.
I remember it was like the guy was like, "Yeah, I just made up random words." People kept asking me what these words mean. It's like, "Oh no, they're just
nonsense song.
It's just nonsense." Yeah. Hey, but it's catchy though.
Oh yeah, dude, so good.
You think they're gonna bring back the original band from the first opening?
That would be cool. That'd be a nice touch to cap it off, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or at least have them do the opening ending.
I'm glad they kept Mappa though. So I know people wasn't really.
Mappa's great. They're worth it.
Yeah,
I know not always the best quality, but like better than going with like a Studio Dean or something like that. Good lord.
Who did they switch out from?
That one time?
Yeah.
I forget. The big disappointment was when they switched from
the previous season.
I'm talking about One Punch Man.
One Punch Man?
Yeah, that was the biggest disappointment of all time. Oh, by the way, Mob Psycho is coming out with another season.
Oh, really?
Same studio as the previous two seasons, so good stuff coming from that.
And you know what? I actually can't, I wouldn't mind for another season of One Punch Man, because it's been a while, and I really want to know where the story, I think they went really good with the story, but I understood why some people didn't like it for just...
They didn't focus too much on Saitama. That's why.
Yeah. But honestly, I know they switched from to Mappa from Whip, but I think Mappa's a good company. I don't know why people hating on Mappa.
Mappa's
so much.
Great. I love it.
Yeah. I like what's wrong with Mappa? They
did
they did so many good animes. I don't know why people are so negative.
Probably because they use 3D sometimes and people don't want to see it.
Yeah,
I'm at the point where I'm okay with 3D in anime anywhere I see it, unless it's obviously bad with.
Like very shoehorned in there, really hardcore 3D,
unfinished, like that Berserk. season.
You say that, but man, we see shitty 3D all the time in isekai anime.
Still,
yeah.
Like,
I don't care.
Whatever. It's a fucking cart, dude. There's nobody inside it. They're just watching a cart movie. I don't care.
Look, I understand. Well, no one's gonna sit there and draw 100 people dying on the screen.
You just source a eyeball from the, random engine. But yeah, overall, pretty enjoyable season. I'm so excited to keep on watching Summer Ranking. Those leftovers.
Yep. Go overall decent season. Nothing too great. Nothing super standoutish. But I'm still always gonna get hyped about Isekai Shoku though. So that's pretty much it for me. Any final words for you?
No.
All right. I guess that's it for us for this for the fall 2021 season. We'll catch you later, guys. Bye.